Good day, viewers. Today I bring you the story of Roxy. Roxy is a crossbreed dog, crossbreed between German Shepherd and Caucasian Shepherd. She's close to 2 years, and then she works as a security dog. Over the years now, she's been mated twice, or let's say severally, but couldn't conceive. It's either she aborts or she doesn't catch. So I decided that this time whenever she comes on heat, I will tag her as an experimental dog, and then maybe keep her under my nose and see what the cost might be, and then from there we can learn and unlearn. So over the years she's been working as security, so I noticed that one of the things that might maybe be hindering her from giving birth might be too much exercise, or maybe her stubbornness due to the nature of her duty. So finally she came on heat. You can see the vulva all swollen and then washing out blood. So it's a good news. To me it's a good news because I had a plan, whereas to others it's a normal thing because it's she might not catch as usual. So I decided to use my Caucasian Shepherd to mate it. I wanted to do it under my nose and be sure. So some people will say this is crossbreed, this is not proper. I know it's crossbreeding, but we are trying to learn some things here and also upgrade her puppies. So she has been let's say barren for a while, so I want to use her as an experiment. I want to do it under my nose because nobody will agree to do it as I did it. So I mated her I mated her close to 5 times because over the years we've been mating her from the 9th, but this time I started day 4 because I noticed that she might be an early ovulator. So this is the cage I prepared for her due to the fact that over the years she's been jumping around, she stays on her own, so she's very stubborn. Then I tried to put her in an enclosure to reduce the risk of jumping and exercise. The risk of jumping, not exercise. A pregnant dog needs exercise to reduce the risk of jumping around because that might lead to the abortion. So you can see now with clean signs. I hope you can see the breast. The breasts are out already. So these she's about 6 weeks in here. 6 weeks going to 7 weeks in here. So the breasts are out already. So that means the plan is working. It was a good news to me and to others. Then look at her. I made sure she exercised because one of the things we don't know about pregnant dogs is sometimes we have pregnant dogs, we don't exercise them. You have to exercise your pregnant bitch, so she will be able to be fit for delivery, and also so the puppies in her stomach will be fit too. So once in a while you exercise her, you take her for a walk.
Come here.
It mustn't be a harsh exercise, at least a simple exercise. Take her for a walk. It's very, very, very good for their health. So this is her walking around, trying to ease herself. So we make sure at least she does this every morning because she is not just a dog. She is under a watch. She is under a test. She is being filmed. Everything about her is being recorded, right from the day she was mated and all those stuff. So from when I started seeing signs, I noticed that she's an early ovulator because over the years we've been mating from day 9, 11, and then 13. But this time I mated 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. You understand? Then I started seeing signs earlier, so that means she caught maybe day 6 or 8. You understand? But whichever way, we will know from when she gives birth. So let's pray and watch and see the outcome of the pregnancy, whether it's pseudo pregnancy or true pregnancy. Because sometimes you see that we see breasts, most of us in the breeding line. Sometimes you can see the signs of pregnancy, and all of a sudden at 7 weeks everything disappear. So make sure you watch to the end, so we'll be sure. So at this point you can see the breasts are all out. I think we are getting sure. If you are not sure here, I think I'm 80%. Okay, I think I'm 100% sure that she's pregnant. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm 100% sure that she's pregnant here. So all I did was to start preparing where she will whelp, because that's another thing. The other place was very tiny for her to whelp, and then if you notice, the floor was done with wire gauze, which is not proper for the puppies. So this is a large room a large cage that I wanted her to whelp in. So I think this is proper. This is a good place. So all I need to do is just to disinfect the place and then make it conducive for the puppies, because the puppies are usually fragile. So whenever you have a dog that is about to whelp, make sure to prepare a whelping room for her. That's the mistake most of us make. We don't prepare for our puppies to come. At the end, we'll end up having losses. So as you can see, here is very, very nice and prepared. The floor, everything sanitized and ready for the distance. Whereas she still have some days, she still have up to a week, but you have to make the hair while the sun shines. So I think the room is ready. Look at it. At least we are sure that there won't be much cold, because now it's raining season. This video was made around October. The dog was mated in August. Was mated in August, around August, first week of August, from 31st of July to around 6th of August or thereabouts. Okay, yeah, to around 8th of August or thereabouts. Then she's supposed to litter within that range in October. So this we are currently in October. At least this should be around 1st October or so. So if you, as you can see, she's getting ready, but I noticed she was getting weaker at this point. She was getting very, very weak. So she was getting weaker than expected, and it's not yet time for her to litter. Though I was confused, because counting from the first day she was mated, she's supposed to have 2 days before she litters. But I don't think a dog can catch on the fourth day of heat. Like, you can mate a dog on the 4th day of heat and then the dog will be pregnant. So that was what confused me. So, but she was getting pregnant. I checked the vulva. I said, is this labor? I said no. So I decided to bring her closer to a room closer to my room, so that place I can watch her closely. And then also it was raining, so I said that cage now might expose the puppies to cold, because as you can or as we all understand, this is an experimental dog. We have to be careful in all we do, so to rule out all error due to paralysis. So anything we are doing, we know that it's either this or this. It's that she conceived or she didn't conceive. You understand? We don't want to start giving excuses. So this is the new place.
So let's watch and see.
I prepared for her to give birth. So this is her. But I noticed she was getting weaker. Can this dog give birth like this? What do you think? Many things ran through my mind. Is this labor? What is this? I said, oh my God, I'm just very, very confused. In fact, I'm the most confused person on earth at this moment, because I don't know what to do. Then the next morning, I found her like this. She started having seizure. Throughout the night, she cried. She cried throughout the night, but I couldn't get that part, because it was late in the night, around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the night. So in the next morning, look at her head shaking. She was having seizure. I said, God, what is wrong with this dog? At this point, I said, should we induce the dog? So maybe induce labor so the dog will abort, and so we'll get ourselves. But at a point, I said, no, let's just watch and see. So we have to contact our vet and all those stuff, our company's vet. And then the vet came around and then decided to drip the dog. Then note that from the start of this experiment, we worked hand in hand with our company's vet or our kennel's vet to ensure that everything is in place. This dog, the vaccination record is up to date. So I don't think this is any infection or something. The vaccination record is up to date. She was treated before mating, she was flushed and everything, because we tried to rule out all errors due to paralysis. So I was very, very confused, or I can say I am very, very confused at this state. So, but I said, God, I am filming this dog. Okay, I want to film this dog's birth and not her death. That was the word I made. I said, God, please, let it not be that I am filming this dog's death. Because at this point, I almost lost hope. But I just said, what God cannot do does not exist. Let's just keep on watching and see. So you can see the head shaking. She was having like severe seizure. She couldn't even walk. Tried lifting her, she couldn't walk, and in fact it was very, very discouraging. Imagine after waiting for years for your dog to give birth and it didn't give. Then this time the result is looking positive after a whole 2 months, and then you end up seeing this. It's very, very heartbreaking. But what will I do? What will man do? So make sure you watch to the end so you will know whether the dog survived, or we induced her to abort, or whether she gave birth. So you have to watch. So I told you we contacted our company's vet. So the company's vet came around and then decided to drip the dog. So as you can see, the dog was taking medications, and normally you know that pregnant dogs don't take medications. So but this is rare. So she's taking medications. I said, if this will make her well, since I was planning to call the vet to maybe induce abortion so the dog will abort, and then so the female will be safe, because she's a very good security personnel. She's very good in security, very alert and very aggressive. So I didn't want to lose her, and then I know that my family wouldn't like to lose her either, because she's a security dog in my family's house. So that's her taking drip.
Very, very tired.
She was looking as if she wasn't responding. But what will I do? At this point, it's only God that can intervene. I've done all that I can do as a man, and then I think the vet has also done his own part as a doctor. So it's left for God to decide, and then for our faith to also work. So a few hours later, after taking the drip, I decided to cook egg, because I believe that any dog that is sick and you give egg and the dog doesn't eat egg, just know that it's very serious. So she started eating the egg. That was the moment I had hope, or my hope was restored. I said, God, thank you for answering my prayers. She started eating egg. I was amazed. I was very, very happy. That's why the fact that she's still weak, and at this moment I know that it won't be easy for her to give birth. And then it's drawing closer from the second day of crossing mating. That's been on the second. She's getting due. So I said, God, I don't know what to do. Then the next thing, I was eating biscuit, but she likes chocolate biscuit, but I don't usually give her. I was eating biscuit. Then she came close. I said, this dog is recovering. Then the food I put for her in her plate, she finished it. I said, wow, it's really working. It's really working. So I was proud I had a good vet. I had one of the best vets in the States working with us. So these are eating her food. At this moment I know that she will recover, because recovery is a gradual process. So you know her usual exercise, I didn't stop because she was sick, but I had to continue because I know that she's not gonna give birth through CS. She had to deliver like every other dog. So these are doing exercise. She was very weak. She couldn't even walk. So she walks and slumbers. She's staggering. You can see. She's trying to climb the pavement, but it's not easy for her. So we have to assist her. Then the next morning, that's her.
Come here.
And from the look of things, from this day, assuming she took in from the second day of crossing, which is the 6th day of heat, that means she's supposed to deliver today. You understand? So later in the evening, around 2 p.m., I saw her. I went to check her and I saw her panting heavily. And you know, panting is one of the signs of pregnancy, signs of patrician or labor. So you can see her panting, then looking for where, scattering her place, and then looking for a suitable environment to lay her body on. I said, oh, Mo, it's getting ready. And I was almost ready to go out, but I said, this is her first time. I can't leave her. I have to stay with her, then get to the root of everything, because at this moment I can't give up. And then she's weak already, so she might need assistance and all those stuffs. So I decided to stay back and watch. So stay with me and watch. Let's watch. So at this moment, I think she's ready. Okay, she has given birth to one already. Yes, I just heard her trying to push, so I had to rush in. So she's given birth to one already. So I was trying to assist her, and then the first issue was a female. I was trying to assist her suckle the puppy, because most times you see your dogs give birth, and then if you don't suckle them on time, you see they end up having hypoglycemia. That's they lost energy, and then from there they die. So you have to try and make sure that they get the colostrum, that's the breast milk. So that's what keeps them. So their mother might not have the strength to do that for them, because she's in labor, she's in pains. So you have to assist her, especially if it's her first time. So I decided to stay back and assist. So I made sure the first issue at least suckled for a while before I left her to at least interact and then lick her up. So you can see her suckling, grasping the breast. So at this moment I knew that she was okay. So I wanted leaving, then she wanted leaving too. She wanted to leave the puppy. I said, what manner of nonsense is this? So I had to stay back to make sure that she stays back, because she can't be walking around, and when I'm fully sure that she has not delivered, or that she still has some puppies in her belly. So I stayed back with her, monitored her for a while. So assuming I left, maybe I left and she left, the puppy might stay there, cry without any help, and then maybe strangle or die, or maybe enter into one of these holes. Then you remember I drip. I still had those drips around. Said, okay, maybe my vet will come and give one more time, but thank God she didn't take the drip again. I wonder where she got the energy she's using to deliver, because she was like, she scared me, and she was very, very tired. But she's not behaving tired. Like, okay, she's behaving tired, but you know what it means for a dog to push. Almost, I was surprised. Then at this moment, the second one is coming. So I got this one right. I got it at the moment she was pushing it out. So she's trying to lick it up. In as much as she's her first time and she doesn't have much energy, but she is a good mother, I think, because she is licking the puppies up, unlike other bad bitches that gives birth and then maybe leave their puppies to drown. But this one is licking it up, so she is good, unlike I thought. So you can see the second one coming. The second baby is coming. I hope she's alive. Then I forgot to tell you people, that time we were dripping her and all those stuff she was doing, I thought maybe she wouldn't have live puppies in her belly, because I tried feeling her belly, but I wasn't seeing the movement, despite the fact that we didn't have much or what it takes to go for an ultrasound. So we are using the manual processes. So at this moment we have 2 puppies, but she was finding it difficult to cut the placenta, I think. So I watched her while she was struggling with that, and then the puppy was crying. So decided to shift that one so she will have space with this, at least concentrate. So the puppy was still stuck in the vulva due to the placenta. So I tried to open her legs so she will focus and do the work. But she was finding it very, very difficult. So I had to assist. Sorry, I wasn't gloved. I know I should be gloved, but you know all these things come urgently. So I had my aseptics and my disinfectants. My hands were very, very neat. I had to disinfect my hands, even the water and everything, the chemicals were around. So I make sure I took all precautionary measures in order not to infect the puppy or myself. So at this moment we have 2 puppies, and the first one was female, then this one too is female. So we have 2 females. So actually, due to our time, I don't know whether I'll be able to film all, and at this moment I don't know whether she has given birth to all, because her stomach wasn't big right from the onset. So what do you think? Do you think there are still more puppies or there are not? Then please, if you are yet to follow our, or if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so you will be getting more updates. Then if you're a returning subscriber, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to you for being here for us. Then we tried suckling both of them. I don't play with suckling my pups because their mother might not be able to do that for you. What she's after is licking up the puppies. So you have to make sure they suckle because they need the energy, and you will be sure that they are suckling, that they don't have any abnormality like palatoschisis or soft palate or all those stuffs that comes with their mouths. But at least these 2 are very, very okay. So at this juncture I am the most fulfilled person because I never expected that. I just said, okay, let me just do this and see how it goes. You understand? I didn't know it would work out positively. I just said, let me do this and see how it goes. Whether she will abort, let's know the cause of the abortion. Whether she won't take it, let's know whether it's from the this thing, male or female or all those stuff. And why I used my male, why I did this, why I used my male, that's the Caucasian I used, you understand, was that it was under my custody. You understand? So I was the one who did it. I knew how I would do it. No, it's not everybody that will agree to mate a dog 4 times or 5 times for you. You understand? So but this is mine, so I know how many times I'm gonna do it. Nobody to control me, nobody to tell me do it now, let's not skip 1 day, let's skip 2 days. And I was skipping 1 day each. So some of us we just mate once. So if you don't have an ovulation test kit or ovulation detector, try and mate your dog at least 3 times if you are using the manual process of detecting whether the dog is hit, maybe by checking whether the dog work the tail or shift the tail. Try and mate 3 times, except you are using an ovulation detector. You understand? That's when you'll be sure that okay, the dog is ovulating. You can mate once and then relax. Then we can see that the 3rd one is coming. Then the 2 are okay, the 3rd one is coming. So wow, this one looks bigger than others, and I guess it will be a boy. We already have 2 girls, and then we need a boy. So this juncture she's trying to cut it herself. I think she's learning. She's a good learner. I don't know whether she can do it, but let's give her a chance to do it herself because it's her duty. It's still stuck in there. Still stuck in there. And the puppy is crying. So at this juncture, I had to assist. But this time a little bit. Then she took it upon herself to do the rest. So this is the fourth puppy. Look at, we already have 3. So this is the fourth puppy. It's like I didn't get when the third one came out. So we have 4. Wow. But from the stomach, it was the stomach weren't that big. I was expecting just 3 or so because the stomach was small. At a point, I was doubting whether she was even pregnant. But due to the fact that I can feel the breast and I know a pregnant dog when I see one, that was why I agreed that she was pregnant. 4. Wow, she's done an amazing work. So the 3, we had 2 females and 1 male already. So the 4th one just came, and we just sexed, and then is a female too. So currently we have 3 females and 1 male. 3 females and 1 male, making it 4. Wow, this is awesome. So at this juncture, I want to say a very big thank you to God Almighty for making it a success, because this is just the dream, though I didn't know it would come true, because this dog has really stressed us. So I know that there are many people passing through similar things. So if you are passing through similar things, something like this, then the advice I would like to give to us while we wait whether we'll see another puppy is that make sure you treat your dogs before you cross them. Make sure you have a vet, a good one at that can be treating your dogs, routine treatments, flushing your dog. Like whenever your dog is on heat, at least you call your vet. Either the vet gives precautions treatment or maybe flush the dog, so you be sure. And then make sure the vaccines are up to date, so your dog won't come down with any disease along the line. Because all these diseases, when your dog comes down with disease, forget that this one, like we dripped this one and then it survived. Sometimes when your dog comes down with some diseases, it might not be able to give birth to the puppy. It might lose the pregnancy due to the medications. So make sure your dog is regularly dewormed and treated. These are things that makes sometimes our dogs are not fertile. So the 5th one is coming. And then I think that's the last one. In fact, it's the last one. So it just came, so she's licking it up. So try and make sure that you treat your dogs before mating, and then while mating, don't mate once except you are using an ovulator and a ovulation detector. So if you are sure, you can mate once, but if you are not sure, mate thrice or maybe twice, and skip one day, because most times sperm lasts 48 hours in the female's reproductive tract. So even if she's not ovulating, it can, like if you mate her today and she's not ovulating today and she started ovulating tomorrow, the sperm you mated, like the male ejaculated into the female, introduced into the female, can still be able to fertilize the female. So you can skip one day, mate today, skip tomorrow, mate next tomorrow. That's the pattern I used and it worked, and that's the pattern I've been using and it's been working for me. So because this heat is not something that comes every day, it comes once in 6 months. So I think we should be careful about that and then take it serious. So make sure your dogs are regularly treated by your vet. Make sure while mating, you mate with a good male, a male that you trust. Like that the male I used in this beach, I trust her because he is my male. I trust him because he's been giving us good records and good puppies. So I trust him. I knew that if I use this male and then she doesn't give birth, then I will say that okay, maybe she have problem with her reproductive tract, or she's barren or something, because the male is a certified male. So whenever you want to mate, go for a male that you know the history, the breeding history. Make sure your female are treated from infection and all those stuffs. Then lastly, make sure you feed your female well, and then get prepared for the pregnancy, for the parturition, for the birth, child birthing. So at this moment, you can see the 5 puppies. All of them are suckling and well. So the mother is healthy, the puppies are healthy. I think this is the dream. Thank you and God bless you for watching.